It's your friendly math tutor, Miss C here, and today we are simplifying radical. So a radical is any type of root bar. So you can see that we have root 54, root 200, and root 75. Those bars are all called radicals. And today we are going to simplify the number that is under the radical. And we do that by looking for perfect squares. So here is a list of our first 10 perfect squares. So a perfect square is the number when you get when you square a number. So, for example, when I square 3, I get 9. So, 9 is an example of a perfect square. When I square 8, I get 64. 64 is a perfect square. So, let's go ahead and see how this works. So, to simplify root 54, I'm going to look for the two numbers in here that multiply to 54, and I'm looking to see if one of those numbers is a perfect square. So, I know that root 9 times root 6 makes root 54. Or you could think of 9 times 6 as 54. Well, I know that root 9 is a perfect square. So root 9 is really 3. And root 6 is not a perfect square, so that just gets to stay root 6. So my equivalent form that's simplified of root 54 is 3 root 6. All right, let's do the same thing with root 200. So I'm once again looking for two numbers, including one perfect square. That makes 200, and I'm always trying to look for the simplest number. So I'm going to say that I know that 100 times 2 equals 200. You could also do root 25 times 8, and then 8 has another perfect square in it. So lots of ways to get to the right answer here. I'm kind of doing the fastest way. So root 100 is 10 times root 2 is 10 root 2. So this is our simplified version of root 200. And finally, root 75. So I know that root 25 times 3, or root 3 in this case, is 75, root 75. So root 25 is 5 times root 3, and that is the equivalent form of root 75. Let's try a few more problems to make sure that you've got this. So let's get our little chart up here. So root 20. I know that 4 times 5 makes 20, so if I write that as a product of roots, root 4 times root 5 is 20. 4 is the perfect square, so 2 root 5 is the simplified version of root 20. This one, so I know that I have root 8 times root 10. So I don't straight away see a perfect square in here yet. So I'm going to come down here and I'm going to say that this is root 4 times root 2, right? And then this is root 10. So I know that root 4 is a perfect square, so this is 2. And then root 2 times root 10 is root 20. But I just figured out that root 20 was 2 root 5. So I'm going to rewrite this as 2 times root 4 times root 5. That gives me 2 times 2, because root 4, times root 5. That gives me, I'm running out of room, 4 root 5. Can't quite see that color. Grab a different one. So this is 4 root 5. All right. So the cool thing about this is once you get down here, you realize that you missed a root, and then you can keep continuing with the process and simplifying. So that's always a good strategy. And then root 45, I know that 9 times 5 is 45. So as I do that, root 9 times root 5 is 45. Root 9 is 3 times root 5, and that is the equivalent form of root 45. Thank you for joining me on this very quick tutorial on how to simplify radicals. Make sure to subscribe for more math videos. Till next time, remember, you've got this.